those nuances. There is a big picture that we have to look at. And the big picture here is how we are going to remove that political cancer in Dominica. We need to perform a political surgery. We need to bring all our political surgeons together, all political leaders, all political entities. We need to set our differences aside and to work as a united front in confronting that cancer and to remove it. And I want to remind the public that in 1999, it took unity to defeat the United Workers' Party at the polls. There was a marriage of convenience between the Dominica Labour Party and the Dominica Freedom Party. There were terms and conditions under which they came together, and they were successful in defeating the incumbent United Workers' Party. We can use the basic strategy that they use, whereby we can come together on the united front and to face the Dominica Labour Party. Unity does not mean conformity. People have their different ideologies, they have their different personalities, but for all of us who are genuine about working for and on behalf of Dominica and Dominicans, we can set our differences aside and make it happen. It has happened in Dominica, it has happened in many other democracies. So I am here to tell the public that I'm prepared to work with anybody and everybody who has that purpose and who has that objective. Defeat the Dominica Labour Party at the next polls.
All right, more telephone calls. Are you there, fella? Sorry about that. Let's take a next call. Yes, hello, talk to me. Yeah, yes.
You need to give me a chance to make it. I know same thing on the radio. Joshua just said the same thing I was saying. He just said the same thing I was saying. It's not about self. So yeah, you didn't get an invitation back in, but it's to do the right thing. And the thing about in life, you know, a lot of people want to say they do good. It's not about doing good, it's doing what is right. He's a spiritual man. You have to talk about spirituality. It's not about doing good, it's doing what is right. I'll end it there.
All right, caller, you made your point. It's 2:11 is the afternoon time. Joshua is loving, he's loving and you're bobbing and weaving. That's the word I think you wanted to use. What many things he has to take into consideration, in my view, it's over 10 years where reconciliation could have taken place. So what is the real issue? Come on, man, let's be serious and more mature. Any comments on that?
I don't quite understand what that person is saying, but
in other words, you're bobbing and weaving and not dealing with the real issue.
What issue? Where the person can tell us what is the
fact
issue
that of a reconciliation.
But I just said, Matt, I'm publicly have been saying that repeatedly, and that's why I'm here. I am leading the call for unity. But the issue here is that some people have different views on how we can establish a united framework. So some people are suggesting that I should join UWP. Others are suggesting that I should stay in UPP and work with UWP and the Dominica Freedom Party, amongst other groups, to make it happen. It is for us to come together and have that conversation.
Have you been speaking to the leader of the United Workers' Party?
I have spoken to all leaders in respect. And when I say all leaders, I'm talking about opposition leaders, not just the parties, but persons who are independent, about the possibility of coming together, having a conversation, and starting the process. Matt, 25 years. Think about it. Those who were 25 in 2000, now they are 50 plus. That is 25 years of a man's life that will never come back. And if we are not careful, there'll be an additional from today, whether it's 6 or 7 years to it. And then in 6 or 7 years, should the Dominica Labour Party win the next general election, it means that 30 years of hardship for some Dominicans. And obviously, Matt, I'm not here for myself. I can be in the United States. I could be in many other countries in the world. I'm qualified. I can go out there, do what I have to do. Even here in Dominica, I don't need to do this. But because of where I came from, because I know what it is to go to bed without a proper meal, and to rise in the morning sometimes without a meal, and to go to school on a hungry stomach, and to run from school to my home without shoes on my feet, to wake up in the morning to go and sell in the market on Saturdays, to go and distribute bread from a bakery in Lubia to different vendors on weekends, and before I go to school on weekdays. It's because I experience those things. And even as a man,
So you can associate.
so it's not just associate. I felt it. So I have a good idea what it feels for many Dominicans who go to bed without eating properly. There are a lot of Dominicans every night is a monotony of eating white bread and probably a little corn flour meal or something like that. It's only on Sundays they can afford a little beef or a little goat. There are many Dominicans like that. There are many Dominicans who can take a trip. You can afford a trip to go to New York. I can afford a trip. But the vast majority of Dominicans, especially those in rural places, they are income poor. I hear their stories. I have people come to my office sometimes they cannot pay fees because they don't have it. These are the people I'm fighting for. I'm also fighting for the small businesses. I'm fighting for the entrepreneurs. I'm even fighting for the wealthy people who are creating jobs and genuinely making a contribution to Dominica's economy. So ultimately, that is why I'm here. This is not self-interest, Matt. A matter of fact, this is coming to my detriment. I have been tested. I have been into the fire like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I was not burnt. Like Daniel in the den, the lions came. I had my shortcomings, but I survived. So I'm here to tell Dominicans, if we are serious about this country, if we are serious about advancement and progress, we have no choice but to set our differences aside and to work together to ensure that whenever that election is called, that we'll be victorious.
Hello.